can't do any of the cool. See, I don't need to use any of the trendy bass boost sound effects that the teen YouTubers do, because I can just produce them myself. Hey sis, what the absolute frick is Gucci with all of you? I am coming to you live in full moon emoji cosplay right now. Yeah, I got some requests from people to do a tutorial for, can I pronounce words correctly? I got some requests to do a tutorial for the look that I was wearing in my palette collection video. In my palette collection video, girl. It was a very thrown together look. Most of the time, if I'm filming and I have a look on my eyes, it was completely improvised. Most of the time I'm just like, time to wing something. What is the past tense of to wing something? To wung something? To winged? We just winged it? That sounds the most right. I'm gonna start saying to wang something. Because I live in Boston and the Wang Theater is a cultural landmark here. What did you think? So let me see if I can redo it real quick. I don't quite remember everything I'd used or all the steps I took, but I did it, so how hard could it be? Come up here because I know you're gonna start with me and I don't want you to start with me. That's right. Just don't be a nuisance. Okay. The eagle has landed. Let's begin. All right, so the colors at the center of this look are yellow, green, and purple. So I'm going to start by laying down a light purple right across my brow bone with a Fluffington fluffy little brush. This little angel right here. This sweet, average little eyeshadow, okay? I want this to be really sheer because I need to make a gradient of purples down into my crease and keep my darkest purples for right in there. Because I'm using the lightest one right now, it's alright that my brush is so absurdly huge. I gotta get rid of this brush. This is like not helpful to use. Oh, it's also an adorable little 85 degrees right now, so if I start to liquefy, you know why. Oh my god, that rhymed. Maddie B raps, secure your wig. This might seem weird, but because I'm not super happy with the edge of the transition right over there, I'm actually going to take a yellow shade. This very sunny one, because it has the warmest undertones and might blend in with my skin the best, because I don't want to just take out a brown. I do want this to be a graphic look. So I'm gonna put my trust in the heart of the cards and use the yellow and just blur. Okay, yeah, that's definitely better. Now it looks more like an actual bruise, perhaps some really aggressive pink eye, which is what I'm going for because I want to build up the purples. So that's good. Let's move forward. I'm going to take a darker purple. The one I'm using is the grape shade from the Zulu place from Juvia's palette. The Zulu palette from Juvia's place. This purple right here on a smaller, more concentrated fluffy brush because I don't know what I was trying to accomplish with this huge monstrosity. Try to build up the crease a little bit, you feel me? Oh snap, I forgot to put primer on. That's funny. All right, cool. Cool. I was like, why is my skin so like dry and fleshy? What? Now that we have a nice arc of lighter purples, I'm going to keep the same brush with the same amount of powder still in it and go into my darkest purple, which is the shade Fossil from the Clionadh Cosmetics Paleo palette. This sweet baby angle right here. This is the pivotal part of the look. I'm so zoomed in. The pivotal part of the look where I could very easily ruin it. Definitely wishing that I was wearing primer, but if wishes were horses, birthdays would be really weird. Let's continue. All right, time to blow out your candles and make a horse. I'm like literally looking at like my paused video trying to figure out how in the fork I did this. Once I add the green in to the outer third of my eye, I'm probably going to go in with more Fossil deep in the crease, or just black, because this isn't turning out as dark and smoky as I want it to be. Once again, I'm going to clean off this brush a little bit and go back into that yellow and try to do some corrective architecture on the outskirts. Right here, there's kind of like a harsh corner there that I did not plan for, so I love experimentation, you guys. If I had been smarter, I would have gone into science, but physics kind of caught me off guard in high school, so I didn't exactly make the grades. Also chemistry. Basically everything that wasn't really rudimentary biology, I was just like, you want me to do what? Ma'am, do I look like I know what the lethal dose of acetaminophen is? Do I look like I know what Avogadro's number is? Moreover, do I look like I care what it is? Madam, I definitely do think that if I was given the opportunity to physically fight my high school chemistry teacher, I probably would. Ooh, now that there's like 14 layers of yellow shadow, it's actually starting to like pick up a little bit, and I'm kind of into that. You can't really see it on camera, but it's there. If you pretend and squint and close your eyes and click your heels 3 times, it's there. Don't let me forget to do my frickin' eyebrows, you guys, okay? Make sure to smash that like button so I don't forget to do my Make sure to absolutely eviscerate that notification bell. Guys, make sure to systematically dismantle that subscribe button. Thank you so much. That's definitely looking better. I'm looking a little bit more like skeletal and hollow. You can kind of see that, right? When I zoom out, it's like, uh-oh. Somebody's dead. All right, let's put some green shadow down. I very frequently use like one brush for my whole look because I don't know how to do makeup well. And I don't necessarily mean that in a self-deprecating way. I think it's fun. So take that, my demons. Sometimes I compliment myself. The green I'm going to use is right here. This is the Single Shadow Kush from NYX. Oh, this gives me a chance to put on primer because it's going on my lid. Urban Decay, primer potion. Now I'm gonna go into Kush, lay some of that sweet greenery down, get my eyelids absolutely zooted. Kush, like weed. I'm dotting it in and then I'm gonna blend it later. Or also now a little bit. Both. ¿Por qué no los dos? You feel me? I'm also putting this up in the crease right on top of where I just set down Fossil because I don't want to just have like a tiny little triangle of Kush. Like I want it to actually look like it's descending from the crease a little bit. I've also angled it a bit just so the gold that I put on has a lot of lid space to hang out in. Jaw feel. Gonna dip into Fossil a bit and just like marry those. Literally is not a phrase people say that made no sense. I'm gonna put down the gold and then I might put some black up in there. Gold I'm gonna use is Molten, also from the Paleo palette from Clionadh. It's this beautiful angel right there. I'm gonna lay down some NYX glitter primer, which is pretty much what I default to anytime I'm using anything with sparkle in it at all whatsoever. If I start acting really goofy, it's because this isn't going well and I'm masking my insecurity with humor. Take this flat brush and start packing on some AU. All right, hi. Sorry the lighting is completely different, but actually now that the gold is on, it's starting to look a little bit more like how I want it to. So I'm just gonna go in and apply some green to the areas where I need a little bit more of a blend. I took a look at my transition again, and now with all the lights, I can see that it looks rough. So I'm going to, wow, okay. So I'm going to take the shade Pangea from Clionadh's palette and, I don't know, try to do something using a small fluffy brush that is smaller than the original transition brush. That yellow just like completely deleted my entire transition. What's happening? What is going on? Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop because I think I've gotten about as close as I can get. But I think that this looks okay and I'm satisfied with it. I guess. Guess what, America and other countries I didn't forget. So thank you so much for smashing that like button so I remembered. Thank you so much for taking apart that like button piece by piece. Thank you guys so much for challenging that like button to a duel at Weehawken at dawn. And in the one instance of your life when you don't hesitate to make a decision, shooting at that like button when that like button raises its gun to the sky, and then regretting it for the rest of your life and being seen by history as a villain. Basically what I'm saying is, let's continue to the rest of this look, and also Lin-Manuel Miranda owns my soul. Okay, I'm frustrated. I can't remember exactly what I did for my inner corner highlight, but I'm almost positive I dipped into the black light palette from BH in order to do it. So I think what I probably did is I took my little brush that I usually use for inner corner highlights, I spritzed it with my setting spray. Cool. Then I dipped into the green shade in this palette, which is called Laser. It's right here. And I just went to town. To vamping up this look, I'm going to go into the darkest purple in the Take Me Back to Brazil, this one right here, and run that on my lower lash line. So this is the eye minus mascara. Not exactly the same as it was in my video, but it's pretty darn close, and it's also the closest that I'm gonna get without a time machine. So, the lipstick that I wore in my palette collection video is one of the matte lipsticks from Essence. I incorrectly identified it in my description as Purple Power. This shade is actually called It's a Statement. I'm going to take an angled brush and use the lipstick as its own lip liner. Wow, I really got lost in that, sorry. I find the act of putting on a bullet lipstick to be very relaxing, and sometimes I just get completely absorbed in it for days on end. I haven't showed up to work in weeks. I've just been swatching the entire time. They've not fired me yet, which I think is really astounding. My brain just stopped processing because it was so unfunny. Milk Makeup Kush mascara. We have Kush in our eyes and Kush in our lashes. This is kind of a clownish look, isn't it? Wow, okay. I'm gonna go for something really subtle. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Mellow Wine Color Icon blush, which is pretty neutral. We're done. We did it. We made it to the end of the mountain, top of the mountain, end of the road. There we go. This was harder than I thought it was gonna be. I think it probably would have been easier if I had remembered to prime my eyelids initially. But looks good to me. Cool. Do you guys know I could do that? It's like I'm looking at every single one of you. Okay. That's it. That's all my content. You don't have to go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here. No, you don't. You can watch another one of my videos. Listen, sis, before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. If you could go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that would be cool. Hey, thanks again for watching. Content creator out. Come along with me. And the butterflies and bees, it can wander through the forest.